Well, if you can just introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your role with Cirque du Soleil's Totem.
Yes, my name is Francis Jalbert, and I'm the publicist for Cirque Du Soleil Totem. Basically, I'm in charge of all the media relations and the promotional strategies behind the show in every city that we go.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So, can you tell me a little bit about what makes Totem different from past productions for Cirque du Soleil?
Well, like you said, every Cirque du Soleil show is different, so it's not because you've seen a Cirque du Soleil show once that you've seen it all.
Right.
Totem was created in 2010, so it's one of our newest productions, and I think what's different about it is that the way that each act have been integrated into the theme of the show. So the show is about the evolution of mankind, so instead of welcoming you in an imaginary world for 2 hours and a half, each act in the show has its own setting. So for 2 hours and a half, you have the impression that you're moving back from one part of the world to the next, so back and forth into time, as we're not presenting the steps of evolution in a chronological order. So literally, you're sitting in your seat and you're just traveling around with us. And each act is supported by video projections, which is a first for Cirque du Soleil. So we went around the world and shot images in various parts of the world that are being projected behind the act. So for example, one act takes place near a waterfall that was shot in Iceland, another act takes place near lava that was shot in Argentina. So it really adds to that feeling of being completely forgetting that you're sitting in a big tub and just moving around with us for 2 hours and a half.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And now we have this picture here behind us. Can you tell me a little bit about, I've heard a lot about the turtle and the significance to the show.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little about that?
Yes, basically the stage looks like a turtle. So behind me on the picture you see it's a turtle skeleton, because in many ancient civilizations, Earth is often represented as the turtle, as Earth turns slowly on itself.
Right.
And since the show really is driven by all those ancient myths of evolution, and Earth is where life comes from, basically. So it was the original idea for us to bring the turtle to the set design of the show. But you won't see turtles in the show, it's just like the set looks like a giant turtle. So when you come in the big tub, the stage is covered by the huge turtle shell, so it's kind of cool. But also we'll see this turtle skeleton go up and down during the performance, which is quite amazing. It weighs 2,700 pounds.
Oh,
and
my
we're in a
goodness.
tent, but we can do so many technological things in that tent. So you have artists flying. When you're sitting close to the stage, the artists are flying on top of you, walking next to you. So it's not just a show, it's really an experience in itself.
Definitely. It sounds like it. How do you, as you said, you go to so many different cities. What is the, pack it up, move to the next city, unpack it? How do you do all of that?
Basically, it's 64 semi-trucks to move the show from one city to the other, and we travel with 120 people, including 52 artists. The setup of setting up the tent and the stage takes about 8 days, and in 2 days and a half, we wrap everything up, and we're packing to go to the next city. Cirque du Soleil has been out there for 28 years now, so we're pretty good at the routine of moving around. But it's great because it's like if we're bringing our theater in town and we're inviting people to come, so our house is with us. And that's why, we do in the big tub, we could not do that in a regular theater, with all the flying that gets into it. So you have to really come see it to live the experience, definitely.
Definitely. What is your favorite part of the show? What would, I know there's a lot to choose from, but for the students at Georgia State, what would be your reason for why they should go see this show?
Well, first of all, I'm 22 years old, so I'm about the same age of the students, I think, and if you've never seen a Cirque du Soleil production, I think you have to go, just because you'll be amazed by real people doing amazing acrobatic stuff right in front of your eyes, super close to you. And I think just for that, especially in an era like we are now, where everything is technological and all these special effects, this is real, this is true, and it's right there, So I think it's one of the main reasons to go. But also I think there's something for everyone in the show. So the music is live. We have actors, we have dancers. We're mixing all different art forms together to make the show happen, basically. So if you're into music, you'll like it. If you're into comics, you'll like it. If you like acrobatics, you'll like it. So I think there's definitely something for everyone, whether you're 7 or 77 years old. And also that's why we're international. We go everywhere around the world because there's no spoken language in the show. So it can speak to you, it can speak to somebody that lives in Germany, somebody that lives in Japan, and we're all sitting there enjoying the show and really taking it all for us and having our own experience about it.
Wow, it sounds great. I can't wait to see it. Thank you, Francis, so much for talking with GSTV.
Looking forward to see you in the big time.
All right, thank you.